exotic bully to me, first of all, I think we should all still follow the American bully, you know, the American bully, the original way American bully looked to a certain extent. Of course, we want them to be a little bit more enhanced. So, we want a little bit more of a smashed muzzle. We don't want the muzzle, a long muzzle or a little bit smashed muzzle. It used to be a two-finger muzzle, one-finger muzzle. Now we want it all up in the face, all behind the eyes, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But, that caused breathing issues. So, then now we didn't brought the muzzle back out just a little bit, back to about a one finger muzzle, you know what I'm saying, which actually helped clean up the breathing issues. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say the dog should still follow a pit bull conduct, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent. We want them shorter to the ground, more compact and functionable. And you want straight feet, clean pads, all that kind of stuff, no kink tails. So when you really break it down, all you're doing is making a pit bull smaller. You know what I'm saying? You just want it with more girth, and then a skinny pit bull, you want it with more girth and bone, which brings in the bulldog. But when you
Right.
bring in the bulldog, you really creating F1s. So forgive me for all my big breeder friends out there. They got these big name studs that look like bulldogs. They're really F1s, F2s, F3s. You know what I'm saying? So they're really not even American bullies or exotics. They're still Fs because they're a step to creating something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So back in the day when we made those type of dogs, we really didn't show them. We started showing them when they started to being wow factors. Even though they're still F1s, F2s, F3s, they're wow factors, but we gave them a lane and said they're exotics. You know what I'm saying? So it made it acceptable to step out with these barrel body dogs, these stiff stifle dogs, or whatever it was, and these saggy jaw skin dogs, which resembles a bulldog at that point. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's a lot of famous ones that look like bulldogs to me. But I truly don't believe that's an exotic to me. I think that's a step of trying to get to an exotic. But a lot of people put that in there in that lane of being exotic because it's their money maker. It's making them money. It's making them a name for themselves. So they don't feel the need to keep creating. They just keep reproducing what that look looks like. So if you look at the real creators of the game, none of them have barrel body dogs anymore. They might have went through a wave where they had like barrel bodies type dogs, more bulldogger type dogs. But if you notice, everybody's getting away from a barrel body type of dog. It's more of a physical fit type of dog. You can see the definition in the shoulders. You can see the hump in the stomach, and then you can see the cut in the rib. I mean, in the hips going to the back legs. Most people are getting back into that look, which represent more of a pit bull type dog. So people don't want to say, "Oh, I got a pit bull." Well, technically, you do. You just got a small pit bull or a small American bully. That's what the American bully was a smaller, basically girthier, more stranger, exotic looking pit bull. You know what I'm saying? And the term exotic, in my opinion, if you want to break that down too, the term exotic is really like when you break it to me, like I said, Bully Avenue Brandon's opinion, you know, if you say exotic, I think of the same way when I think of an exotic car. You know, it's something I don't see every day. It's something that's, one of one. It's something that's different. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think your exotic should be for, you know what I'm saying? When we're talking about, oh, I got an exotic, you know what I'm saying? I got exotic. Okay, well, I don't see how you really got an exotic when you got a dog that look like this dog, that look like that dog, that look like this dog. I mean, to me, that's a common dog. There's nothing exotic about it. To me, exotic is, and some people might disagree with that. They gonna look at just the features of the dog and call that dog exotic. I'm gonna look at the whole dog overall, the features, the look, and then I'm gonna look and see like, is that look out there? Is it already created? Is it already among us to where you know its own entity? You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, that's what makes a dog to me really exotic. Something different. And it can still be the pit bull look, or it can still be the bulldog look. If that's what you're going for, but it's going to be something that's different, something that changes. Like certain dogs, like say like Locolado was more of a bulldog, bulldog type of dog, paintball and all that. But there were exotics, consider exotics at the time because there was nothing else like that. You see what I'm saying? Nothing else like a paintball or a local lotto at those times. You see what I'm saying? So to me, they would be considered exotics just because of that. But a true exotic should not look like a bulldog. You know what I'm saying? It should still look like your pit bull, just with bulldog features minus the bulldog look, if that
Right,
makes
right,
sense.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. Like you said, as far as like the term exotic, it should look different. It should stand out. Uh,
Right.
when you put it next to something else, it should stand out more. You know, but also at the same time, it's a hefty price tag on an exotic dog versus a regular dog as well. But in turn, too, something exotic with a hefty price tag should also be made better
Right.
than anything else. You see what I'm saying? As far as like,
Right.
you got a Bentley, a Rolls Royce versus a Chevy Impala. That
Right.
Rolls Royce is an exotic car, but it's made better. So
It's
I think,
made better. Exactly.
people gotta wrap their minds around, these terms and what they really doing. You
Right.
feel me?
Exactly. Right. You're exactly right, man. The quality of the dog has to do with the exotic too. So if you make an exotic and it's a train wreck, and you still want to, I mean, you still say, oh, it's exotic, yeah, but it's a train wreck. So it's still like we go back to the F1, F2, F3. So it's still a project in the making. You know what I'm saying? So instead of coming out fully, like, back in my day, the Dub Car Show was something big. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm working on a car, yeah, it's a 6'4" Impala, but I ain't done everything to put it in the show. You feel me? So that's what some people gotta look at these dogs. Like it's still a bully or it's still an exotic for what you want to call it, but it might not be ready. You might need another step. You now I need to breed to this, breed to that, see where that goes, see where that take you. So many of us jump the gun and we have a litter and say, oh, it's off of such and such, such and such. This is my stud, and then they try to push it on the public as, hey, look, breed to this, breed to this, breed to this. It's off of XYZ. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't feel like that's right either. But hey, that's the way the game. That's the way the game is. But it also brings me back to saying, until we get a group of people, a position of power to control the game, which I know nobody wants to be controlled in what they're doing in breeding, but I'm just saying control the game to be into a professional dog breeding community, then we're gonna have people just doing what they want to do.